welcome to Cbc Tv Main News today, 3rd November 2025. I am your presenter, Natasha Mlenga. Stories making headlines. No pay cuts for the young workers. Zambia at UN Social Development Summit. Health workers trained on nutrition under World Bank supported project. Zesco United drawn in Group D ahead of CAF Confederation Cup. Now the news in detail. The Ministry of Labor and Social Security has expressed deep concern over the immune treatment of workers at the Young Manufacturing Company Limited, whose operations were suspended by the Lusaka City Council on October 29, 2025 for serious public health violations. In a statement, the ministry condemned reports that employees were confined within company premises and forced to use buckets as toilets, describing the act as degrading and unlawful. The ministry has directed the young management not to deduct any wages during the suspension period, stressing that workers should not suffer for violations caused by the company's own failure to comply with health and safety standards. It further urged the company to respect workers' dignity and strengthen proper security systems. Meanwhile, the ministry says it is working with the Lusaka City Council and the Ministry of Health to ensure that all safety and hygiene standards are met before the company resumes operations. The Technical Committee on the Constitution Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025, led by Vice Chairperson Dr. Landilani Banda, has arrived on the Copperbelt province to receive public submissions. Speaking in Ndola, Honorable Matambo said the committee will collect views from traditional leaders and the general public and other stakeholders at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium and the provincial administration offices. Honorable Matambo thanked President Hakainde Hichilema for appointing a team and urged citizens to participate in the process, saying the submissions will reflect the will of Zambian people. The committee will be on the Copperbelt for 4 days.
For picking people who we know in society that they have always been standing on the side of the people. So we are very grateful that you've come to delegate the score on us. As a province, we have tried our best to sensitize the people. Maybe we'll try and emphasize on the dates, like we have said, today is the date for the traditional leaders, who I think
Zambia is participating in the United Nations Second World Summit on Social Development in Doha, Qatar, running from 4th to 6th November 2025. The Zambian delegation is led by Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Honorable Mulambo Haimbe, State Council, Member of Parliament, and includes Minister of Community Development and Social Services, Honorable Doreen Mwamba, Member of Parliament, along with other senior officials. The summit brings together world leaders, international organizations, and civil society and development partners to advance a global action on poverty eradication, employment creation, and social inclusion. Honorable Aimbe will deliver Zambia's national statement during the plenary session. President Hakainde Hichilema has emphasized the importance of maintaining Zambia's peace, a legacy he hopes to protect for future generations. Speaking at the inauguration ceremony of Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan today, he highlighted regional solidarity and encouraged collaborative efforts to tackle challenges and promote growth. He also stressed youth empowerment, calling for greater access to education, skills training, and job opportunities, noting the vital role youth people play in shaping the nation's future. President Hichilema further underscored the need for peace, security, and stability in the region, urging nations to work together for a prosperous future.
I lost many elections. I had the motivation to go in the streets when we felt that we did not get treated properly during elections. I was always the first one to say, no one goes in the streets. No one. Those who supported us genuinely complained, particularly 2 elections, that I took the responsibility and the leadership that I cannot send my men and women, citizens of Zambia, in the streets to damage property, to kill somebody, because that blood will be on my hands. And I said, we will use democratic processes. And we did, and we were patient. Today we've been privileged to lead our country, and we inherited a country which is peaceful. It's our duty to keep our country peaceful and hand it to those who come after us in peace. That's my call to my brothers and sisters in Tanzania. Zambians are with you. They understand the challenges, the pain, the opportunities as well, which are many. Take the side of opportunities, and everything will be okay over time. Remember, God this time is the best. God this time is the best. When we hear that sound, that indication of God's time, you don't have to listen hard. It comes simple and straight. So I want to wish, behalf of Zambia, behalf of SADC, if I may speak on behalf of my colleagues. I know they are here, they may speak. And other regional bodies, yes, continent. I have no right to speak for the continent, but it's an obligation that let's place a premium on peace, security, stability. And then the rest will be focused on creating opportunities for our people, including young people, the Gen Zs. The only way we can take care of them is to send them to school, give them skills, give them opportunities for jobs, for business, and indeed others. Madam President, once more congratulations, and we wish you well as you lead all the Tanzanians, including those who didn't vote for you. Find space, find systems to reach out to them. But you have our best wishes, and we look forward to cooperating with you. We in Zambia are doing a lot of work together with Tanzania.
Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Sylvia Masebo, paid a courtesy call on the Copperbelt Provincial Administration in Ndola during her one-day working visit to the province. Honorable Masebo is on the Copperbelt to launch the issuance of title deeds in the Chatente area of Quito district. Authorities have assured that the process will be transparent and benefit the right people.
Deal with a lot of issues for the ordinary citizens and resolve these issues at that level. Yeah, and also, so we are in the process of reviewing the land houses, and we want to encourage that. So thank you very much for the warm welcome, and I hope that we'll do a lot today with you in the short time that we'll be together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my sister.
And which is not, one can't even have access to that land. Our country is large, and the terrain sometimes is not easy. But we will be ensuring that more land is made available generally in all the districts of the country, and especially in big towns like your Copperbelt, Lusaka, Eastern Province, the provincial, provincial headquarters, and including, of course, agricultural land. So, like I said, I'm happy to be here, and basically to do just that, see how much land can be offered to the ordinary citizens of the Copper Belt, and in particular in Kitwe this time. And also, of course,
Acting Secretary to the Cabinet, Siazongo Siakalenga, has officiated at the 7th Senior Public Service Management meeting held at Mulungushi International Conference Center in Lusaka. Mr. Siakalenge,
most anticipated talk show of the year.
Let's talk about it with Pastor Pauline. So we have been discussing foundations upon which most of the relationships are built.
Join us as we tackle the toughest social issues affecting our community, from child marriages to youth empowerment, and from gender-based violence to women empowerment, from governance to corruption, and, of course, women participation in politics, and other male-dominated industries. We will be discussing it all.
Leah, confessed it in Genesis chapter 29, verse 32. She says, God has opened my womb because he has seen my affliction. But despite that, Jacob did not love her.
Our presenter will guide the conversation, ensuring that you have a respectful and thought-provoking discussion. And you have a chance to join in on the conversation through our phone-in segment. Call us live, share your thoughts, and ask your questions. Don't miss out on this opportunity to be part of the conversation. Let's talk about it. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on Cbc TV. Don't miss.
The Ministry of Health has launched a maternal, adolescent, infant and young child nutrition MAIYCN training for health workers in Chibombo district as part of the World Bank supported GO2 project aimed at improving community health and nutrition outcomes. The training, officially opened by Assistant Director of Administration Mr. Godson Kamanga on behalf of the Director of Public Health, focuses on building the capacity of health workers to deliver nutrition-specific interventions in Chibombo and Monze districts. The initiative targets families benefiting from the Social Cash Transfer Plus SCT Plus program, combining nutrition education with cash top-ups to enhance household food security and promote healthier diets. The MAIYCN training is part of the government's broader efforts to strengthen primary health care and reduce malnutrition among vulnerable populations through coordinated community-based interventions. A European Union-funded initiative has trained Copper Belt communities in environmental monitoring and reporting to strengthen local accountability and promote sustainable development. The training, held in Kitwe under the project Strengthening the Respect for Environmental Rights in Zambia, CR4ER, was implemented by HIVO, the Center for Environment Justice, CEJ, and the Zambia Institute of Environmental Management, ZIEM. The program aims to empower citizens with practical skills to detect, document, and report environmental violations to relevant authorities. CEJ Environmental Protection Dialogue Coordinator Patricia Nangoi said the workshop focused on building community capacity to collect and analyze environmental data using both traditional knowledge and scientific methods. She highlighted the importance of fostering a culture of environmental stewardship and collaboration among government agencies, civil society, and local institutions. CEJ Monitoring and Evaluation Specialist Haga Inyambe stressed that environmental rights come with responsibilities and grounded in both international and national legal frameworks. He noted that pollution from mining activities continues to affect communities and warned against repeating the environmental legacy of lead contamination seen in Kabwe. The SR4ER project, which runs until January 2027, seeks to equip local communities with tools to safeguard their environment and advocates for cleaner, healthier living conditions.
The environment was under ZEMA. So even as we are looking at violations, even as we are looking at reporting, even as we are looking at licensing of different licenses, be it mining, be it whatever, it also comes under ZEMA. So ZEMA is the highest institution that we can do the report to, and they are the ones that actually regulates all the environmental aspects in the country. Then we also have the forest management and licensing. We know about the forest. When we're talking about the forest, it's part of the environment scape. We need to do protection to protect our forests, for us to do what? To reduce the carbon emissions. Because it's from the forest that's actually where we get these emissions actually, they sink. That is where we have the carbon sink. It's through the forests.
What are our rights? What are our responsibilities? Rights always come with responsibilities. As you are demanding for those rights, you should also know what is your role in making sure that those rights that you are demanding for are not infringing the rights of the next person. Because where your rights end from, other people's rights start from there. So when we are talking about the environmental rights, we need to understand what our rights are and what our responsibilities are. But then we go further to look at the legal frameworks from the UN to Zambia. What are some of the legal frameworks that govern the issues of rights, that govern the issues of environmental rights? When we're talking about human rights defenders, what are some of the legal frameworks that governs us or that protect us as individuals that are advocating for these rights?
Zambia is participating in the United Nations Second World Summit on Social Development in Doha, Qatar, running from 4th to 16th November 2025. The Zambian delegation is led by Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Honorable Mulambo Haimbe, State Council, Member of Parliament, and includes Minister of Community Development and Social Services, Honorable Doreen Mwamba, Member of Parliament, along with other senior officials. The summit brings together world leaders, international organizations, civil society, and development partners to advance global action on poverty eradication, employment creation, and social inclusion. Honorable Aimbe will deliver Zambia's national statement during the plenary session. Zambia's participation underscores its commitment to human development, inclusive growth, and contributing to global strategies for equity, justice, and sustainable progress. We take another set of commercials. Join me on the other side with sports and international news.
Choirs of Zambia. The stage is calling. Get ready to sing, praise, and compete for the ultimate crown and win a staggering 100,000 kwacha cash prize.
Here is how to enter.
Record a 2-minute video of your choir singing. Let your choir leader introduce their group. Send your clip via WhatsApp on 0968 261196 or email cbc.lighttv@gmail.com or bring it to CBC TV, plot number N4, Zambezi Road, Minwood, Ibex. This is your chance to win on Zambia's biggest Christian music stage. Don't wait. Entries close soon.
Battle of the Choirs.
Battle of the Choirs. See you there.
Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. We continue with the news. In sports news, Zesco United have been drawn in Group D for the upcoming CAF Confederation Cup. The Zambian Giants will face tough competition from Egypt's Zamalek and AI Missouri, as well as South Africa's Kaizer Chiefs. The draw sets the stage for exciting continental clashes, with Zesco United aiming to make a mark on African football and advance beyond the group stage. Fans will be eagerly watching to see how the Ndola side performs against the established clubs. The Emmanuel Siwale coached side has previously made 2 group stage appearances and will be looking to making a mark on the big stage. The CAF Confederation Cup promises intense matches, showcasing some of the best club talent across Africa. Zesco United will now begin preparations for what could be a historic campaign in the tournament.
Against 2 Egyptian giants in Al Masry and Zamalek respectively. I've drawn once and Zamalek has emerged victorious once, the 2-0 victory away in Egypt. And the other club in the group is Kaizer Chiefs, as you all remember, in that dramatic semi-final played in South Africa back in 2016. Zesco United failed to pick up the much needed points to qualify to the final, but they played their hearts off. Looking at the current state of Zesco United, Zesco United has a very, very thin line of progressing to the next round, because the best position they can finish is 3rd, if not 4th. Because looking at Zamalek, Al Masry, Kaizer Chiefs, these are teams.
Zambia's representatives in CAF competitions, Zesco United and Power Diamonds, have lanes their opponents ahead of 2025 Continental campaign. Zesco United have been placed in Group D of the CAF Confederation Cup alongside Egyptian giants Zamalek and AI Missouri, as well as South Africa's Kaizer Chiefs. Meanwhile, Power Diamonds, competing in the CAF Champions League, have been drawn in Group A. The Kitwe-based side will face Morocco's RS Berkane, Egypt's Pyramids FC, and Rivers United of Nigeria in what promises to be a highly competitive group. Both Zambian clubs now shift focus to preparations as they aim to fly the national flag high on the African stage. With Zesco looking to build on their Confederation Cup experience and Power Diamonds targeting a strong Champion League run, Zambian football fans will be watching with great anticipation as the journey begins.